Hey guys, Ian here from America Prep. Thanks for tuning in and watching. So, as you can tell from the title, this video is probably about the NRA, and that's exactly what it is. I don't know what I've titled it though. The NRA, from my standpoint, is one of the biggest reasons as to why we have some of the gun laws that we do here in America. And that's kind of disgusting in the long run because, you know, any laws against firearms is an infringement in my point of view. And that's kind of disgusting that we have allowed the NRA to do that. But it's kind of like one of those things that we kind of, you know, the NRA pushed, and then they lost, and then we still got the laws, and then the American people were kind of like, well, you know, what can we do? We'll just let it pass, and then maybe the next time we'll win. Next time, yeah, that's it. We'll do it next time. We'll try harder. Well, let me just fast forward to current times. I have been an NRA member since 2008, so it's 2018 now. That is 10 years of being an NRA member. The first couple of years, I was a yearly member, and then I think it was maybe 2 or 3 years in, I decided, hey, you know what, I've been a member this long, I like what the NRA is doing. They're really supporting the Second Amendment, really, you know, protecting the Second Amendment. My point of view, I'm going to do the life membership. Well, to do the life membership, you can either shell out $1,000 right then, or you can do, or what used to be, I don't know if they can do it anymore, is the Easy Pay Life membership. And basically, you say, hey, I'm going to pay this much per month up to the life membership fees, and at the end of that, you are a life member. So I decided to do the EPL, which is Easy Pay Life, and I think my payments at the time were like $30 a month, $35 a month. Well, the normal yearly fee for the membership is $1,000 or $35, not $1,000. Sorry. So I did the life membership, Easy Pay Life membership, for several months, and one month I accidentally forgot to pay the payment. I didn't have it coming out of my account automatically. I forgot to send them the payment, and so the next month I got a letter from the NRA saying that since I missed the previous month, they canceled my EPL membership. And I'm like, that don't make sense. Why can't I pay double this month and, you know, catch up? I called the NRA. They weren't willing to work for some reason, and they said, sorry, you didn't pay your membership, which I didn't see that in the clause anywhere. And so for the remaining of that year, I was not a member of the NRA, you know, proper, I guess. So the remaining of that year, I still got the little envelope saying, hey, will you donate, or will you donate this amount of money to help fight for gun rights? And it was always the letter from Wayne LaPierre saying, hey, in the last 6 months we've done this for you, and this for you, and this for you. And it's like, okay, you're wanting me to send money, but you wouldn't let me pay for my membership after I missed a month. So that's kind of interesting to begin with. Okay, so after that I was like, okay, fine, I'm not going to get the EPL, I'm going to go ahead and do a yearly membership. So I did a yearly membership up until 2016. And then in 2016, I found an affiliate link for the NRA where they paid half of a 2-year membership for you. So you got 2 years for the price of 1 year. So I paid $35 for the price of, or for 2 years. And that membership expires here in 2018. With all the stuff that's been going on with the NRA, I decided this year I am no longer going to be a member of the NRA, or I'm not going to renew my membership. Because they really haven't been looking for the better for gun owners. And so I said, screw it, I'm going to go ahead and become a Gun Owners of America member. So I'm going to do that. And of course my local state rifle association, the Kansas State Rifle Association, I'm a member of that. So I'm going to make sure that I do pay those instead. So the other day, or probably 2 weeks ago, I started getting phone calls, and it's a local number, well, from Wichita, Kansas, which is not too far from here. And I know it's the NRA, so I don't answer, and I don't answer, and I don't answer. And so it went on for 2 weeks straight, every day from around 7:30 to 9:30 at night. So last Saturday, just a couple days ago, it's January 23rd now, last Saturday I got a phone call from the same number at around 8 o'clock at night, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to go ahead and answer this phone call. So I answered, and this lady is all nice and neat, and she says, she's a paid caller from the NRA, and she was wanting to talk about the NRA and what they're trying to do with the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. And to be 100% frank here, I am 100% for the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. I want national concealed carry, but I know there's been some things that went through Senate and everything, and federally, and they just knocked it down because they didn't have time or whatever. Democrat bill blocked it. I'm not current on this video here, so anyways, she was just talking it up about the Concealed Carry Reciprocity, and I said, "Ma'am, where are you at?" "Well, I can't tell you where I'm at, sir." I said, "Well, you're calling me from a Wichita, Kansas phone number, and I can put that phone number up here on the screen, and you guys can call it. It doesn't. You call it back, and it says it's unavailable." I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I remembered iPhones with the ISO 11 update has a screen record option, and so I flipped that screen recorder on, and I record this 6-minute conversation with the lady. I go through the entire conversation, and I go to play it back, and I realize I didn't turn the microphone on. So I apologize, guys. I was gonna play that conversation with y'all, but I forgot to turn the microphone on. But basically, what the gist of that conversation was supporting the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act, and for me to, really support this, she was asking, "Can I get a generous donation of $140 to support the NRA?" And I'm like, whoa, what the heck? And she's like, if you give us a generous donation of $140, we will send you the free gift of a 100 lumen flashlight, and it's extremely bright and has a spot to flood feature and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, it's made in China, just like the other 2 flashlights y'all send me. So I'm just sitting there talking to this lady, and then the next thing I hear is she just wants to talk about the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Then I'm like, you know what? I can no longer support the NRA. The NRA has betrayed me and gun owners all over America, and so therefore I cannot support you, and I just can't do it. Well, she goes, "Well, sir, you can go ahead and call the NRA directly and tell them your concerns." I said, you know what my concern is the fact that there is a board of directors, and that board of directors is so set on their ways that they don't want fresh new people in there with real ideas and real pro Second Amendment thoughts to get the Second Amendment set in stone and not worked around or anything. And basically, I was supporting Adam Kraut. And now Adam Kraut is a member here on YouTube and Facebook and stuff, and he's a lawyer, pro-gun as can be, and he is pushing to be on the board of be voted for the board of directors. And I think you have to be a NRA member for 5 years or whatever, and then they send you a voting ballot. Well, past presidents of the NRA, I can't remember her name, some lady, basically wrote a thing on AmmoLand, a forum that said there are certain people who think they want to be running for board of directors, but they really have no idea, and so on and so on and so on. It's a big thing on social media right now. It's basically a big argument between Adam Kraut and the board of, the current board of directors or whatever, and the NRA, saying that Adam Kraut is not acceptable to be on the board of directors. And it's very sickening that the board of directors of the NRA are not willing to open up to new people. And so going back to this phone conversation, I was telling with this lady, I was like, "Now, do you know about this?" She says, "Well, yes, sir, we have heard about this Adam Kraut individual, and I cannot tell you my stance on his opinions or his wanting to be a board of director, but all I know is that basically he will not be in the board of directors." And I'm like, "Ooh, you just said what I needed to say." So this whole time I thought the screen recorder was going on, and so it turned out to be that lady pushed me off. Told me, well, this is the address you can send your letter to. This is the phone number. This is an email. Blah 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 to the NRA, and hung up on me because I wanted to prove true opinions or facts and my opinion of the NRA and what should be done. So basically, the NRA is hiring individuals to call out and spread their opinions and everything, but they don't want to actually support what needs to be done. So it's kind of bass backwards to me. So anyways, I know I'm kind of rambling here, working on like 10 some minutes, 10 and a half minutes right now. So anyways, for that, keep calm and carry on, guys. Stay safe. See you later. Oh, my fucking microphone was off. Mother